Rich Dollars. He was working with Ryan Leslie, working with Corey, and he was doing the show already. He had a situation. Damn, you know what? I'm gonna give you some exclusive. Something I never told.
Okay.
He had a situation with Raul, Erica Mena's baby's father.
Okay.
He was dealing with Mena, but he had a situation with Erica Mena's baby's father. Raul was my man. Terror Squad came up in the Bronx, and he was like, "Yo," they had a few words or whatever. You know, dude? I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yo, we had a few words." So my mission was to squash the beef, whatever it was with Rich and Raul. I was making a phone call to Raul to ask him to get, let that slide. This is my man. We doing some business. I fuck with him, So Erica Mena has a son by Raul, and evidently they was arguing. Don't quote me on this, but they might have been arguing on the phone, and they was going at it. And Rich might have said some shit in the background. And Raul was like, "Who the fuck is that?" They got into some words. So when I called Raul from Terror Squad, I was like, "Yo, listen, this is my man. Can we figure this out?" Now, Mom, Raul was like, "Nah, it's on site." "Nah, Gunz, I love you like a brother. How's Corey? How's this and that?" So me having a relationship with him, I kept, I said I'm gonna hit him another time. Hit him again. I was like, "Yo, Rob, what up, man? How's the family?" Doing the whole smooth shit. "Yo, listen, Rich is my man. It don't need to go no further than it went. Whatever y'all got going on, that's my man. We need to figure it out." He was like, Nah, Gunz, I can't." Nigga was wild, disrespectful, talking crazy on the phone. So I said, "Yo, Rod, this is like family, man. It's like my man. It's like my brother. We need to figure this out." So he's like, "I'll tell you what, man. It's all good. Tell him to stay away from me. Don't be out. Stay away from me. And it's not for you, whatever." So I told Rich, "Yo, don't get dragged into no bullshit. This dude, this one wasn't easy." And Rich wasn't like, it wasn't like he was like no bitch or no punk but I told him, "This ain't something you want. We trying to do music. We trying to do business. You don't want that street element of the shit." So long story short, Rich had he was managing Erica Mena. He was playing records from Erica, and I was just like, Rich is quick to tell you about an artist sounding crazy, but when it's his artist, it was all good. Mm-hmm. So I was like, "Yo, she's a beautiful girl. I think that she's very pretty, but she don't sound good." The nigga said, "Yo, we getting ready to shoot a scene. Be you, say what you said. We'll do that. We want to shoot a scene on Love and Hip Hop, whatever." At the time, me and my son Corey had just did a show on MTV called Son of a Gun. So I knew how editing could work, and I knew how, reality TV wasn't really like reality. It could go left.
Right.
But I still said, "You know what? I'll do it." So I did the scene, and then the show from there started going. Rich, the reaction to Peter Gunz was overwhelming. What's his story? Could we get him on the show? And at the time I didn't want to do the show. My son had just signed Young Money. We got off Def Jam, Jay-Z. That's a whole nother story. And I felt like doing the show would be a bad look for him. People be like, "Your father's on the show. The fuckery, looking like a clown. How could we respect him and his father's on TV looking like a straight bozo?" So I didn't want to do the shit. But I ended up, things was fucked up. My son caught a gun charge. Things got stagnated with him. And in my mind, it's either go back to the streets or figure out a way to provide for the many kids that I have. And I thought, look, maybe I'll do this show. And the mother of my kids, Tyra, the mother of my sons, Tyra, could, she's beautiful, smart. She's an actress. She can go off and maybe this will help her on her platform. And This young lady that I'm managing that sings, that that works in the club that I frequent, maybe this can help her with a singing career. And the rest is history. It went a little further and a little left than I ever thought it would.
It kind of puts you back in the mix, though, right? You hadn't had a record in years. You kind of had, taken a step back. Corey's more visible as far as being active musically.
Yeah.
And it definitely reintroduced you to a new generation.
Well, you know, so it's the gift and the curse. You know, so you can say, yo, Gunz, you know, this reintroduced you back to the world. You're relevant again.
Right.
A generation that never would have knew you knows you now. But I also got to look at, like, the son of my mom's being hurt. Like, you embarrassed me on national TV. You married, humiliated me. Somebody up in your corner when you ain't have shit. To roll with you when you had, when you didn't have. Her family, who I love, her dad and everybody, not even, like, don't even speak to me. Like, you not being able to be totally comfortable. I can't even put none of my kids through college off of what I did on that show. You know what I mean? Has it set up a way for me to go and make money for them to do that? Maybe. But until then, until it pans out that, you know, this relevancy set me up for life, I can't say that I'm all the way proud of what I did. I can't say, yo, you know what, I'm glad I did that. I'm not at the point where I can say, you know, I'm happy I did that show.
Did it open other doors?
It opened up doors, but those doors haven't it's not equal to the hurt that I put on people that I love. And I'm not sure that will ever equal out, but at least if I'm able to say, well, look, at the end of the day, you in a house, kids are going through college, you know, not that would make it equal, but at least show the benefits. So what happens with most people is, and I'm not one that will ever front, what you will never get from me is a nigga, when you watch the show, I showed you we was in a basement, even though they wanted to put us in an apartment. I'm living fucked up. I'm not the nigga that's gonna get on TV and act like, oh, I got diamonds and I'm popping and this and that. I was a nigga that's like, nah, show them what it is. I'm fucked up. And that's the reason I did love the hip hop. I was fucked up. You know what I mean? So, I never want to do that. So until it evens out, I'm never gonna say, it'll probably never even out, but until it's a point where I can say, you know what? Although it was some hurt in that, my family is straight. My kids is straight. And if that don't happen, I don't know that I will ever say that I'm proud that I did that. You know, that's just real shit. Like, it would be fucked up for me to even then, to put a dollar sign on embarrassing somebody that you love. Or embarrassing people that you love, or acting like a complete opposite of who you really are. It's one thing to you know, listen, man. Niggas do nigga shit. Niggas have, it is what it is. We do shit. Niggas have different, I'm just on TV. 90%, listen, I ain't never met a nigga that ain't have no extra shit going on in my life. Never, ever, ever, ever. I'm not saying they don't exist. I ain't never met the nigga. They ain't never did. That was just straightforward. But niggas ain't bringing that shit on national TV, and niggas are protecting their home. Like, yo, you don't let that shit come home. You know what I mean? So what I did is unexcusable. So I will always regret that. But with that being said, you're right. I'm introduced to the world again. You know what I mean? But it doesn't help Corey either. Corey, even though you might say, yeah, you gave him some relevancy, when Corey does interviews, most of the questions are, yo, so how do you feel about your pops and loving hip hop? You know what I mean? It's not about his music.
Right. I mean, shit, he might was gonna have to face questions about his father anyway.
Yeah, but not these type of motherfuckers.
Right.
Questions he would have had to face about his father might have been, yo, your pops was a lawyer to Gunz. He was locked up, Steely Dan sued him, which they never did. You know, he would have had to answer those type of questions. It's different to answer, yo, how you feel about your father on TV acting like a complete bozo, bugging out.
Right.
That's what they would call it. Those kind of people would do that shit on keyboard. Because if somebody ever tried to play me like that in person, it could, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to say I'm some super thug, but I'm not dudes you could play with like that.
You think you more recognized as a actor or TV personality than a musician?
Absolutely.
Do that bother you?
It bothers me.
It bothers the fuck out of me. Like when I be on the internet all day, and when I hear young people, they might say, I might post something about Common.
Yeah.
And they don't know that he was a rapper.
Right.
It wasn't that long ago. And it'd be like, damn, they think that y'all actors for real. I'm like, man, these niggas rap.
Yeah. I mean, it hurts me more because music is first and foremost my first love. Hip hop, of course. You know, I play I'm an instrumentalist. What that does for you though, what it does is it stagnates you. So even though you might look at, well, it puts you back in the public eye. Nobody takes you serious when you put a record out. So when I put out rap records, that's that clown ass nigga from TV. They won't even listen to it. Or if they listen to it, they look for a reason not to like it. So that's what I go through. So it's the gift, again, the gift and the curse.
Right.
Even though I know I bury niggas with bars. I bury your favorite rappers. I know I still got the pen game. Me and my niggas, we got the pen game, but niggas still won't give it a shot. Because what they saw on TV, I can't even take this nigga serious. You know what I mean? Yo, hold on, bam! You know, a little wet.
Did y'all get a chance to perform Deja Vu at the Tunnel?
Yeah.
Tell me what that was like.
It was dope. It was dope. We performed Deja Vu at the Tunnel several times. One time we performed it there. We had an incident with Joe and Pun came out to perform with us.
Okay.
And of course, one of the Sex Money Murder niggas came backstage with all these Germans doing back here, and all shit hit the fan. Was fighting.
Man, are you serious?
Yeah, it was ugly. Our own family, because they came to support us.
Just talking reckless.
Talking reckless. Going to that another time. That was the time, and then the next time we performed, the SHAQ came out. We brought SHAQ out.
Right.
And we had We Will Balls.
So y'all got him on the stage while
yeah,
y'all
we had SHAQ in the fucking stage with us. Yeah, that's on the net. I want to say it's on the Tunnel documentary as well.
You remember?
I'm not sure.
You recall any nice partying with the Murder Unit?
The Murder Unit, I was cool with, shit, what's his name, man? Don't get me the line. Anyway, I was cool with that. I never had no parties with the Murder Unit. They was always show love. I remember one of them was like, I'm buying you. They bought 6 out. One of the main dudes from the Murder Unit bought wild albums for me and Tariq and showed it to me. And that was a show of love, because at the time, it was a little edgy with Sex Money and the Murder Unit at that time. It was a little edgy, but
I always wonder how both could exist and it wasn't no problems.
It was
being that they probably was kind of like the same age group almost.
It was too many connections to. It's almost like if you my right hand man, you Murder Unit, but I'm rocking the Sex Money type shit. That's what don't quote me on this, but that's what I think. Again, I had niggas I was neutral, man. I had friends. I had Latin Kings, King Capone. I played baseball in the Bronx. I was cool with Latin King. I was cool with everybody. So I never really, I love Sex Money because, again, as negative as people may look at it, it was niggas sticking together at a young age, and that was unheard of. Niggas was killing each other. So for somebody to come by as young as Pete and all of them and say, yo, we gonna form this unit and we gonna be together, that was impressive for me, because I was just used to niggas being jealous of each other and fighting each other. But of course it came with what it came with.
Okay.
And it wasn't, I hate that people think that niggas was just out there the reputation people got, this nigga was just out there shooting niggas. It was like fun to just go out there and start. Now niggas was about getting money. It was a get money thing, but you wasn't gonna play. You wasn't playing with them. You know what I mean? That was established early.
Right.
We might be in our young 20s, speaking of them, they in their young 20s, don't get it fucked up. We'll leave you right where you at. We'll park you right next to your car. You know what I mean?